Alright, good evening guys. What's going on? It's your boy Day and I bringing you guys a brand new video here today on a Sunday night, guys. It's pretty late, a little bit past my bedtime, but I figured I'd just record and let you guys know what's been on my mind a little bit lately before I head to bed and start the week off strong with the gym tomorrow morning. So yeah guys, today we're going to be talking about living life on the fence, right? And what I mean by that is going to be in terms of comparing ourselves to the world and God, okay? So, when someone's on the fence with something, what does that essentially mean? It means that they haven't picked a side. Picture arguing with somebody, right? And you're trying to discuss with them what their thoughts and opinions are of something, yet they're agreeing with some things, they're disagreeing with other things. They're not here, they're not here, they're in the middle. They have no stance, they have no backbone, they have no opinion on the matter. Now, whether or not that's actually because they have no opinion or because they're afraid of being prosecuted for what they say, is a different story. But ultimately, the fact that they are unable to form that strong opinion and express it and be unapologetic about that opinion is pretty troublesome, okay? So today we're going to be talking about living on the fence, okay? So if you think about most Christians in today's day and age who know the truth, right? Let's say they've grown up in a Catholic school or they went to church growing up, who know the truth, yet they're living this life that is unfulfilling or not in pursuit of fulfilling what you should be doing to live a life for Christ, okay? So with that being said, let's use a really typical example, right? That's someone that goes to the club on Saturday night, parties, yet they have to get ready for their family visit to church on Sunday morning. Now, I'm not going to be here to necessarily judge and tell you guys, oh, if you go clubbing, it's bad, it's unrighteous, stuff like that. It is unrighteous, but if you go from time to time, you want to have a little bit of fun, you go to the club, you go out partying, stuff like that, that's fine. But what I'm really trying to tackle here is that there are a lot of people in today's day and age that go to work from Monday to Friday. They feel really unfulfilled. They're not happy with what they do, and they're only living for the nightlife of Saturday night, of Friday night, going out, clubbing, partying, chasing chicks, whatever, engaging in degeneracy, all that sort of stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. And it's okay to do stuff like that every once in a while, right? But this video is really talking about people who are on the fence, people who are being lukewarm. If you guys picture making a cup of coffee, right? You want it super hot, piping hot, so that you can drink it and it has its flavor and it's delicious. Or you want an iced coffee and it's freezing cold. Whatever the temperature is, in neither case do you want it a little bit cold, a little bit warm, lukewarm. We don't want that, right? Because that's not how that drink was intended to be made. The same thing is with us. We need to pick a side. We need to be either here or here. It's your guys' decision. My job making this channel is to show you guys the truth and what I know is the truth from the Bible. And if you guys are in, great. And I'm welcoming all of you to come along with me on this journey. And if the answer is no, then, that's ultimately up to you, but your salvation is at stake. So I'll let you guys to decide. It says in the book of Revelations 3:16, because you are neither hot nor cold, I spit you out of my mouth. God doesn't want us to be this person that is in love with the world, yet is living a life for him. Why? Because they're contradictory. You can't do both. You need to pick a side. It says in the book of John 2:15, that for he who loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So guys, it's time to give up idolizing the materialistic possessions, the nightlife, engaging in degeneracy, being a person that you're not going to be proud of looking back. Oh, I shouldn't have went through this phase. Oh, I shouldn't have continuously engaged in this. Oh, I shouldn't have, continued to pursue this person who I knew was not good for me. All this sort of stuff. We want to look back on our experiences and our chapters in life with contempt. We want to be able to say that we are proud of the progress that we made, the discipline that we had, our commitment to our goals, and our commitment to bettering ourselves. I talked a little bit about that in our last video, guys. That's what we want to do as people, is become better people for ourselves and for others as well, and for God primarily. And to do that, we need to gain wisdom, we need to read the Bible, we need to pray. But we also, a lot of the times, guys, and I saw this in someone else's video on YouTube recently, I thought it was really cool, and they said, prayer is extremely important, but prayer should be primarily used, obviously to thank God and things of this nature. But let's say you're in a tough time and you want answers from God, right? When you pray, He has the potential to reveal the truth to you guys. But when you know something is already objectively wrong, you don't really need to pray for that. You know what's right already, so go ahead and do what's right. Stop engaging in what's wrong. Stop being this effeminate, masculine man who doesn't stand on a business, who doesn't have his backbone. Be that guy that is unapologetically yourself, right? If the thing is, I don't want people to come into my life, people who appreciate me for the person who I'm not. I want them to appreciate me for the person that I am. Because if they come into my life for a reason that is none other than me being unapologetically myself, then why are you here? I don't want to be the person that I'm not for me to maintain you. I want to be the person that I am to maintain you. That's extremely important, guys, in today's day and age. A lot of people, bend their back over, they're bending their will to other people. They're not standing on what they say. Just be someone who you can be proud of. Just stand for your values and beliefs. If you know something is right, if you know something is true, then continue to be that person that engages in that. Continue to be the person that preaches it, that talks about it. Because at the end of the day, authenticity is key. You want to be someone who you can say doesn't BS anything. You're just always yourself. You're always standing up for what you believe in, and being someone that other people can look at and say, hey, listen, like he doesn't play around. We don't play around here on this channel. Like we're all unapologetically ourselves. We're all people who have high ambitions for ourselves, who want to continue to better ourselves, seek wisdom, and be that best version of ourselves on a day-to-day basis. And that comes with consistency. Obviously, consistency is key as well. And I think it's really important to just think about the day-to-day habits that we engage in. What's going to benefit us in the long term? What are we doing that we can maybe cut out? We know is wrong. We know is maybe a waste of time. We can replace it with a better activity. Think about, it's really important. I think I did this the other day. I wrote with a pen and paper the things that I do on a day-to-day basis. What I know is good. Things that are okay, and maybe some hobbies I engage in and stuff like that. As well as things that are bad or things that I shouldn't be doing. And once you're able to identify those things, then you can just replace them with things that are better, right? And so what you do on a day-to-day basis is going to be a byproduct of your life moving forward. So it's really important to analyze the things that you're doing, the outcomes of what you're doing and what they can potentially lead to, and see what can be eliminated and what can be kept, right? So that for me, that's going to the gym, that's going to work, that's being disciplined, that's for me now making these YouTube videos as I felt convicted to. And really, number one is just being on your purpose, being super understanding as to what God has written on your heart. I talked about this in my last video as well. Narrow is the path that leads to the kingdom of heaven. Broad is the path that leads to destruction. Why is it so broad, this path? Because there's so many avenues of degeneracy. There's so many wrong turns that you can make that can lead you astray. But guys, if you don't know what that path is, just ask through prayer, continue to read the Bible, continue to be, someone seeking knowledge, to be more wise. And I promise you, it'll make it very, very clear. Your mind won't be so foggy, so clouded up. You have a very clear direction that you need to be taking. And all you have to do is pick up your bag and continue to move forward. That's all it is, right? It says in Matthew 7:21, this is actually, in my opinion, the scariest verse in the Bible. Matthew 7:21-23 technically. It says, just because you say, Lord, Lord, and preach my name, that you're going to enter the kingdom of heaven, right? It's only those who do the will of the Father that are going to heaven. And so when you come to the gates and say, Lord, Lord, and praise me, I'll say to you, you know, as you say, he says, sorry guys, he says, depart from me, for I never knew you. That's the scariest line in the Bible, guys. That is hands down the scariest line in the Bible. After death, your salvation is on the line. You knew the truth. You didn't stand on business. You knew what you were supposed to be doing, yet you didn't. And now look what's happening. You're at the gates of heaven. You're there for your salvation at stake. And he says, depart from me, for I never knew you. That is the scariest thing I've ever heard. I'm going to be honest. And that is not what will happen to us. If you're watching this channel, we're going to be uncovering the truth step by step. We're going to be continuing to better ourselves. We're going to be wiser, better, smarter people, more gracious, more humble, all these sorts of things. And it's going to come through due time. But that is not going to be us, guys, on this channel. No. That is not going to be us. That is the scariest thing ever. And really what it comes down to is you knowing the truth, and now you standing on business, pursuing that truth, and understanding that your salvation's at stake. Your bloodline's at stake. Your life is at stake. Right? Your legacy is at stake. So guys, just get in your bag, follow that narrow path. Stop being so in love with these materialistic possessions and things of the world. Just, thank God for your family. Thank God for your blessings on a day-to-day basis. Follow that path he's laid out for you. Pursue it. Better yourself. And we'll do that on a consistent basis to better ourselves. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great start to your week. All love. Still figuring out some more filming locations. Maybe we'll do some outside and stuff like that. I appreciate your guys' patience with me on that end. But thank you guys very much. Take care. See you guys soon. And you'll be hearing back from me soon. Take care. Peace out.